Okay. What's going on, guys? Um, so today is gonna be a different kind of video. Um, so if you guys remember, I mean, if you stayed, not to like, uh, beg for views and all that, but if you guys remember, okay, well, thank you for that car. If you guys remember back in my old YouTube videos where I um used to like comment about stuff and stuff, like telling stories and all that kind of cringe stuff. Really? Okay, all that cringe stuff um is kind of what's gonna be happening in this video ish. Like back then, I had like no be the word. I had a lot of confidence, so I would talk about all these like cringy subjects, about like school or something stupid like that. Um, and like now I'm not saying that I'm not confident, but just that there's not a lot to talk about that would like, you know? So like um and I'm hopefully gonna find some video editing software that like one is maybe free. I might pay, I don't know. Depends on how much it is. If it's like a one-time payment, I don't want to pay monthly for it. But if it's a one-time payment of like $40, I don't care. Um, and I'm gonna try to edit more of these videos because I would like to um, not not remove streaming from my like list of priorities, but I would like to get on like video making rather um, than just streaming, because I feel like if like I'm not all about the views and all that. I really don't care. Like if I get like 3 or 4 views per video, it's not a huge deal. Um, which yeah, videos do make more views and all that. Um, but it's kind of like when I say I don't care about the views, doesn't mean like, oh, I get one view and that's it. I'm gonna still keep making the content because realistically nobody actually thinks about that, because all of these people who say that aren't doing things like live streams and all that to interact with their community and whatnot. Um, and yeah, making videos will get more views and all that. Um, but I believe that uh, live streams are like an easy, like not that it's like it's not like you should look for the easy way out, but it's not like you should do like super um like over the top one video per month kind of thing. um you should do like the occasional um whatever you call it, occasional live stream, occasional videos, maybe like 2 or 3 a week. However, you can keep up with um, your like schedule, because you don't want to be uploading YouTube videos every single day. Because if you do that every single day, I've never seen this before. Okay, I've never seen that before. But if you make a video every single day, then don't get that bad person. If you make it, sorry, I'm not good at keeping on the same subject. But if you make a video every single day, now if you can like keep up with that, like if you can do a video every single day, then go for it. But like, if you make a video every single day without editing or doing anything like that, um, it can get not a bit boring, but less enjoyable for some people. Like, you know, the people who just care to hear like legitimacy, like, you know, in your voice and like all this stuff, you know, it it has like a little bit of a, like a, you know, authenticity to it. And like me, I would love to do like a video every day, but I know that it probably won't be a video every day. I might not even make a video every week because I procrastinate so much, and it's just like, it's so hard, like, you know, especially if you have like school or something. It's so hard to make like a actual like good quality video for like people to watch. Mainly because I'm not lazy, but I'm not like, I don't have good you know, I procrastinate a lot. I'm not gonna say I don't, because I do. Like, I've been wanting to do a video like this ever since, when was it? Ever since I moved off from recording from my PlayStation to recording here, which was like 2 or 3 years ago. But I kept having, like, you know, thoughts in my head like, oh yeah, well, I'll make it some other day when I find a good software. And like, I always keep on saying that. And like, I'm recording it now, not having a piece of software in my, you know, my library that can, you know, edit for free or for cheap, that doesn't put like a giant watermark. You know, like, I mean, I don't care if it has a watermark, because SteelSeries has a watermark, and I've uploaded a few videos of that, but that's just like a clip and all that. It's not like a video that's, you know, made to really, you know, interest people. Oh, no, okay. And I always, I don't know, it's, so like, I guess I'll just talk about like my life. Like, you know, I always thought that when people, like, I'm horrible at multitasking, and I always thought that people did what I'm doing now, where I record both my voice and my like gameplay to like, you know, tell a story without it just being a black screen, and you know, you have something to look at while you're, you know, listening to it. So it's not quite a podcast, but there's no like, you know, real point to, yeah, to it. I guess you could just see like, you know, me doing jumps and all that. But I always thought that these people were super good at like multitasking, until I realized that they just recorded their video and audio separate. And, you know, they just spliced it together at the end. And, you know, surprisingly, it's, you know, I mean, I like this kind of way, because I don't want to stand, or not, well, sit, stand, whatever, you know, sit there and record like hours of just me talking, like, to myself. You know, it kind of like relieves the awkwardness if you, oh, I'm dead. Oh, okay. It kind of relieves the awkwardness, except when you die, but, you know, it's not as weird when you record like a video and talk to like yourself, I guess. I mean, I guess that's not really like a upside to doing this, but it's not like it's not crazy, you know. And I'm actually surprised that it's running decent right now, because I don't have an RTX card, so DLSS is literally like a like a no-go for me. Um, and thankfully, cards prices are dropping somewhat, and I'm getting a job sometime this year if like any of the places that I applied to would hire me. I applied at like 4 different places, and they're like, "Yeah, nah, we're looking for people, but not you." But like event, that was a stutter. But I'm looking to buy 3080 Ti. You know, it should get me high quality, all that. I don't care. Um, I mainly just like the um, the 4K, all high, like GTA and all that. Like, I always see a lot of these videos of people showing that like GTA has ray tracing and all that, and it's so dumb because people actually get got by that and be like super disappointed when they realize that that's not actually what GTA will look like all max. Because like that's what I'm running. I'm running GTA technically all max. The only thing that's really missing is like higher quality grass and like anti-aliasing. And like you don't see my game looking like that. Um, Nor does GTA 5 have native ray tracing support. But people will still get got by that, and then think RTX cards are false advertising. That games don't look like people make it out to be, but really it's just people make games out to be, higher quality than it is. And like you can get GTA 5 looking really nice, but not, stock. Like this is about as high of quality that you can get normal. Like I mean, yeah, there could be like better things. Like right now I'm running a frame scaling kind of thing that GeForce Experience offers for my card, where I will technically see not a worse image, just a sharper image, I guess. Like, as like too much sharpness, because it'll scale the resolution down, or it'll render it as a lower resolution but scale it up so that it'll look somewhat decent. And thankfully, you guys don't see that. You see it as if it was 1920 by 1080, but I'm seeing it as like it's one lower. I'll see if I can go to GeForce Experience real quick and see what I'm actually running at. It is 1632 by 918, so it's the first lowest. So I could go worse than this, but this is like that spot where like the quality is degraded. Oh, that's a fast looking car. The quality is degraded, obviously. This is the Allegra, Allegi, something like that. Right? No, it's better. Okay, but it's at that sweet spot that like the quality doesn't look awful, especially to like recordings and streams and all that. Mainly because they just take the resolution that is outputted, which actually like looks like it's performing better than my current stream. Which I could literally just play games at a lower resolution, and you like run Windows at like 720p. Really, I could run Windows at 720p or whatnot, but I prefer not to. And like, we have a Minecraft server, and like the Minecraft server is all right. It's running on a Raspberry Pi. And that's like one of the other things I need to upgrade. There's two things I want to do. I want to get one, at least a dedicated server, whatever, like a shut up. A dedicated server, so it has like you know, high RAM, all that, so it can perform well. And there's like a old model of a HP Pavilion, or not a Pavilion, a Power Edge. That's like, you know, it's not super expensive from Amazon. It's like renewed or whatever. And I'm probably gonna get that. I'm actually gonna get the alternate ending of this.
Thank you for dealing with those punks. The police do nothing around here.
You're welcome, bro. Oh, okay. But either I'm gonna do that, or I have you know, one more part to build my second PC. Technically, I just need a new power supply because I have the RAM, the CPU, I have a motherboard, and I just need a power supply. And I don't need GPU because I'm gonna be using the OS FreeNAS. It used to be TrueNAS, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe it's TrueNAS and it used to be FreeNAS. No, it's FreeNAS now, but it used to be TrueNAS. It's open source, whatever. But it has a built-in like web GUI, so like you can view all your stuff from like a website. So I don't have to actually like SSH into like a, you know, like the port or the IP or whatever, which is great because what did she just call me? Like, the fuck did you? But it's great because, like, I do know how to do command line, but it's so annoying because there's no way to like save your progress. Like I have my Raspberry Pi, and you know it's running the light version of the Raspberry Pi OS, so it is he after me? So it runs the light version, which is command line only, which has gotten me better at command line interface since however long I've used it. But the main problem is that if I were to ever turn my computer off, like, you know, in the middle of, you know, SSH or whatever, and like I'm running, you know, the script that you start your Minecraft server with, I lose all that progress, and if the Minecraft server ever needs to be restarted, I can't just say stop to it. I have to turn off the whole entire system, or I could do restart from the actual server itself. But sometimes the Pi, despite it having have a static IP address, and me assigning a static IP address in my router, it still sometimes changes its IP address, which doesn't make any sense because, you know, they're both static. The DHCP is completely disabled for that that interface, so I don't quite understand why it changes randomly, but I don't know. It could just be like maybe my network switch sucks and it just might, you know, maybe it's assigning IP addresses too, but it's not supposed to because the router's supposed to do all that. But I guess technically like it does assign IP addresses, but since it's unmanaged, it's not like it has DHCP enabled like in its config. So, but anyway, when you know have a different IP address, like, I mean, yeah, I could technically like look up the service name for Minecraft and type in the the system CTL or whatever the fuck it. I don't fucking know what the command is. I look everything up. Like, oh, about to run him over. But is that? You can get it. I don't care. Damn. What are you jacking over there? But when you have the Minecraft server, I don't want to type in, you know, command whatever, because when you stop the FreeNAS software, there is a few things that you can do different, like, or not different, but like you can kind of break it is if you stop the service while trying to do something, or you'd have to stop the service and then you have to restart the entire machine because you obviously don't have access to the web GUI in order to start it because the system's offline. Unless they've changed that. I just read a couple of views like, back in like 2020, so it could be better now. It probably is, to be honest. Like, it's always never not connected to the internet. But I was basically going to use it as a kind of well, it's going to be a NAS for me, so it's going to be like a Steam library or whatever, via the, what is it called, the iSCSI, is that what it's called, where it like shows up as a drive for your actual system rather than being labeled network location, because Steam can't see the network location. I mean, I guess it can, because it can go to any folder or whatever, but I'd rather just have it as a drive, because it also improves performance as well. Not like greatly, but it, it uses your like system resources to like send a command to write to it. So like your system writes to the drive, and all the other one is doing is communicating with it. So I don't know. And then obviously FreeNAS has a Minecraft server thing. That's the biggest thing that kind of scares me, is not exactly knowing if FreeNAS could work with paper. I'm not entirely sure if it does, but I know FreeNAS has a command line, so it's also running Linux that's open source, so there's probably no way that it could not support it, as like a, because like I'm sure that somebody has wanted to run a NAS on their system. Sorry about that. A NAS on their system, but also want to run, Minecraft server. I'm sure somebody somewhere, has thought about that and either made it a thing or asked somebody else to make it a thing. So I don't know, but this is kind of going to be like the intermediate. There's going to be like 16 gigs of RAM. I don't know what the hard drive, or not the hard drive, but like the drive's going to be to like boot off of it. The boot drive, that's what it's called. Has a name. I guess technically some people call it a hard drive, even if it's not even if it's not an actual mechanical drive. Because Windows does that too sometimes. But usually they call it a hard disk drive for like a actual like disked hard drive, or a mechanical hard drive. And then they just call it a hard drive for like a normal thing, but I don't know. I just prefer SSD because it's faster. But it's probably gonna use my SSD from my I don't know. I might buy a whole new one, because I know that whatever you call it, FreeNAS has it's a technology called, like, what is it, a slog drive, or it's kind of like a caching drive for like your recently accessed files or whatever. Now if I can use, because I want to put one, because it's going to be a game drive, and like literally almost all my games are going to be on there. Well, thank you. So it's probably going to be more than like 50 something gigabytes. I know that they have NVMe's there. But I'm not sure if you can use your OS partition, if it is in VME, to have it be assigned as a slog. I assume you can. There's, I don't know. But this is gonna be like one of those systems that's like it's better than like a like a single board computer, but it's worse than a like an actual dedicated server, despite it having more cores, because it's have a Ryzen 7 1700, which isn't very fast, but it's fast enough for the server. But I guess having, I don't know, well, obviously a server has ECC, so that's already like a bonus. I think also having like a bigger oh, wow, I am almost dead. Holy shit. But having a SAS adapter as well, that's a huge one that increases performance. Because in certain areas, SAS is better than SATA. I was gonna do that, but okay. In certain areas, obviously as expandability, SATA is probably a bit better, just because of how many devices use it. Like SSDs, hard drives, all that. And like you could do that with SAS, but not many people actually put like SAS SSDs inside of your server, I guess. But I don't know. There could be somebody who does it. Oh, I'm dead. But yeah, I don't exactly know what the next course of action is going to be, because my parents, unfortunately, not unfortunately, want me to move out the day after my birthday when I turn 18, which is wonderful, but honestly, I don't like my stepdad in here anyway, so hooray. Which, means I'm probably going to move with my grandma, just because, she's a bit old, and she said I can move in there, so I'm not trying to get like a free ride or whatever on her house, but it's kind of like a win-win. I get to help my grandma, and she puts a roof over my head, all that stuff. And like I'm not gonna live there, completely jobless. I want to move into my job, because she actually lives near some like pretty good job opportunities as well. Obviously there are better places, but it's not, it's not like a horrible place to move in. But I think that I mean, I don't care if I get kicked out. Like that's fine. But I think like the day, I mean, I'm moving out the weekend after it, because my grandma's not gonna be home the day after it, because it's like on like a Wednesday or whatever, and she's at work. So it'll be the week. Well, I'll probably like pack everything up, on my birthday. Start packing everything up. It's not my mom doing it, it's my stepdad, which I'm not surprised, because he's an asshole. And by asshole I mean like he I don't know, he's just like super dumb. This is a very Very loud vehicle. Let me try to turn that down a little bit. Die. Ooh, got my Gatorade. But moving out is good and bad. The only issue that I have with that is like I don't have a lot of stuff, so there's not like, you know, too much that really matters. Like, you know, I'm obviously gonna bring my computer, my TV, all my internet set up for, you know, whatever, like my network switch, the server if I get it built, the big server if I get it built, unmount any other servers or whatever. It shouldn't be that much, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna move my bed because I don't need it. I have a more comfy bed at her house anyway. Despite we're getting a new bed anyway, because that one's all broken. Well, not broken, but it broke before, and I don't want it breaking again. But you know, I think it's a good opportunity to finally not exactly live on my own, but not live with people who like birthed me, you know. Do I have a parachute in here? I can't check. I'm gonna assume I don't, because I don't think this is after minor turbulence. But yeah, the first thing I'm obviously gonna do is I'm gonna buy, you know, an upgrade for my, can I taxi it in? Nope. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna be on here. The first thing I'm gonna buy is an upgrade for my, like, you know, personal, thing, just because it'll allow me to, make these videos a little bit better. Do it at a little bit higher resolution, higher quality. I'm dead. Oh, nothing. Oh, wow. Okay, I got out of that real quick. You know, a higher quality, you know, all that. Eat shit. Look out the way. Eat shit and die. But it's a good opportunity. I guess there's not really much else that I would need to move, just like a few, like a tote or two of like random cables, wires, you know, a bunch of other stuff. Probably random crap I don't even know I have. Hell, I could probably find, you know, tons of shit over there. But the only, like, real issue I have is that none of the outlets over at her house is grounded. That's, like, really the only, like... Hey, stop! Okay, I'll stop. Whoops. That was such a mistake, bro. Ow. But, I guess it's not like a big issue, because it is kind of cheap to put grounding in your house. For just a room, because she doesn't really care if a device, you know, blows up during the thing. There's, you know, she said, you know, her house wasn't grounded, but she also didn't have, you know, much stuff in her house. When you have, like, you know, $1,000 equipment, then you'd probably think about grounding it. Can you turn it off, please? Thank you. Wish there was a way to have it turn off automatically, or, you know, stay turned off, like, you know, the radio off, you know, personal radio or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. Um, but yeah, hopefully this video will be edited. I'm gonna look over it, see if it's really something that needs to be edited. I don't think that I said enough or like stuttered or anything like that, but you know, it couldn't hurt to really check. Um, well, I do say a lot. So, but you know, I feel like it'll be good for the channel. I think to grow as like a community. I know that's very like, you know, that's like what everybody says, but like, you know, it means a lot. You know, when it actually comes from the heart, you know, like I wouldn't say that if I didn't actually want to see this channel grow. Um, you know, when people say, "Oh, I want to make this channel grow," they would say, like, "Oh yeah, also subscribe and like," which you guys should do as well. But they always say like, "Oh yeah, we gotta get a couple thousand views and all that." And I'm just like, if I grow one sub at a time, I'm perfectly fine. Like, if I grow, you know, not that famous or famous, it's not really gonna change my, you know, career. I'm not gonna like try to go for the money. I mean, yeah, once I get, you know, the 1,000 subscribers and, you know, 4,000 hours of watch time, I'm probably gonna enable ads on my channel. But I'm not gonna like. Well, I probably will take sponsors, but if it ever happens, you know, which it should, but I guess that's just kind of like a goal of mine to like get there someday, you know. Um, which I guess is a good goal. But I feel like talking for an hour is probably not the best thing. I'm probably gonna cut out, you know, a lot of me talking, or maybe I might not cut out anything. Maybe I might keep everything completely like it is. Which, the longer the video is, the less likely people are gonna stay and watch. But you know, watch time isn't exactly like, well, no, I think if there was like a few people who watched all the way to the end, um, it would help. But it's not like, you know, I'm gonna make. Well, I don't know. I'd probably like test out some stuff, whatever. See what you guys like. You know, just start doing a little bit of testing. Maybe. Oh, maybe you. You know, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, the majority of people like, you know, this kind of content. I'm gonna go for that kind of content. You know, I'm gonna make what I think I enjoy, which is, you know, commentary, um, story-driven games, stuff like that. Um, which, you know, is not exactly hard content to make, because, you know, the story or the commentary does all the hard work. But I really wish it was hard. Like I don't know. I wish it was harder to make commentary content and all that, because I don't want it to seem like I'm not putting in any effort to these videos. Um, because yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not putting in weeks and weeks of effort into the videos, but it's not like I have weeks and weeks of effort to put into videos. Because, you know, everybody has lives and whatnot, and like, I guess that's something everybody should really know, but a lot of people don't take that into account. I mean, like, I don't have much life outside of these videos. But you know, like, once my life starts going, I guess could be the way you'd phrase that. It would. It'd probably get a bit more hard. A bit more hard. It would be harder for me to make higher quality videos because I won't have as much time to make these videos. But it's not like, you know, getting a job here and, well, not getting a job here and there, but, you know, getting a job and having to work, you know, for a while is going to really stop me from, trying to make videos. And whether that's an hour a day um, of video editing, like, I could, if I became good at video editing, which I'm not good at video editing, I know that for a fact. But if I were to, say, record an hour like I'm doing right now, I'm probably not going to record an hour. But say I record, an hour a day, because that's like, just an hour. It's not like, that long. It's not. I don't know why I just stuttered there, but it's not like, it's not over the top length. Hold on. Don't have the COVID. It's not over the top in length, but it's also not super short. I just feel like, it'd be a bit better. It shows a bit of legitimacy. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure where these videos will go. I don't think I'll ever stop making videos. Just because this has always been like a passion of mine. I've always wanted to make, not make like, content, but make videos that like people can watch or like, listen to in the background or whatnot of, of them playing a game or something, as kind of like a space filler, not like a oh, look at this funny video that I made kind of way, And like a lot of people say, oh yeah, well you only get one view, haha, you fucking loser, and I'm like, I don't care. I know that's like, corny to say, like, oh yeah, well I don't care that you broke your elbow, so, but like genuinely, I don't mind that I get one view. I mean, yeah, I would be amazed if I got, hundreds of thousands of views. Not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds and thousands of views. Probably gonna do this, I guess. But I don't care exactly that. Yeah, but I don't care too much about getting like, hundreds of thousands of views per video. Because I genuinely look I look for in a video about the quality. Like, I'm more of quality versus quantity. I'd rather have, a few videos that are super high quality, like, maybe an hour-long video or like a 30-minute long video of me, explaining how my life goes or something like that. I'm gonna go to Los Angeles Customs, but I feel like I just need to learn how to edit video. Like, I mean, I guess it's not really like something that takes years of researching to do, because like basic video editing I know how to do. I know how to cut, I know how to add effects in certain places. I know how to mute a certain section, all that. But I feel like once you get into the damn, that's expensive. What, inflation going here too? but you know, I just think that um that it isn't exactly, you know, hard to start editing video. You just have to know your tools and, you know, have tools available for you. Like um unfortunately, um my my school doesn't give me any like um video editing software. Um Not because they can't, just because it's not like their field. Because you know, I'm going there for IT because you know I love tech, you know, all that. Which is what I do inspire to become. Some rip off of like Linus Tech Tips, um, just because like you know well probably with more servers. Like I know he does servers too, but more like Linus Tech Tips reviews servers and makes servers. I don't know. Something like that. I probably wouldn't be like an exact clone of Linus Tech. Just like a tech, you know, person who has their own studio and all that. Which would be nice to have, but that obviously requires a lot of time and effort um, and stuff like that, which is, you know, pretty difficult to just, you know, get out of, you know, thin air. But you know, I think that's enough recording. Um, if you guys like this format, um, better don't be afraid to leave a comment. Um, you know, it. I'm just saying, like, you know, it. If you really do like, you know, commentaries like this and all that, um, commentaries, me talking, you know, whatever, with like games playing in the background. Um, you can comment, or like, or you know, just tell me or something like that to like let me know that you'd actually like to see more of this. Because I do quite enjoy making content like this. I know I did say that I'm not gonna make content just because one person said, "Oh yeah, make that content," um, which you know is contradicting what I just now said, or I guess what I just now said contradicts the other thing, um, which is kind of true. I think that you know you gotta market to the audience, kind of, but also don't do anything that you don't want to do. You know, like I would, you know, because I like making this kind of video. So if you guys like making this kind of, or not making this kind of video, well, you know, you could like it if you want to, but if you guys like watching this kind of video, and I like making it, you know, that's perfect. I've also never seen this maze before, so I don't know how to beat it. um, but you know, it's a oh, what the fuck? It's a win-win. You know, if you guys like watching it, I like making it, all that. Where the fuck am I going in this? Um, yeah, but I guess that ends this video here. After I, you know, oh, there's a scrap. Cool. I assume that's the maze part, I guess. But yeah, I'll hopefully okay, well, I guess I got out. But I'll hopefully make more of these videos. Um, I thought that it was kind of cringe when I did it back then, because I talked about one subject too much. I feel like the whole goal of this kind of like, I guess, series you would call it, um, is making it as like extensive as possible. Like not making it too long, but not talking about one subject for like, for an hour or for 14 minutes. I guess is the other one that I did. The annoying kid on the bus. Um, and I thought that there was an edited video um, on my channel that it was like me talking and I edited it for the first time, but I might have nodded. Furries be like. That's another thing. I probably want to make more furry content, but it's so hard not to be like a cringe furry. Like I just feel like furries are just cringe, despite me being one, which I ultimately admit that I'm cringe. But just let me know what you guys want. Um, and it'll I'll try my best. Um, if if I'll like start out like a few different series, a different kind of stuff that I like. Um, if somebody can also count how many times I said in this video, can you comment that please? Um, I swear. I'm not even trying to do it. I just do it out of like reaction. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you guys did enjoy. Whoop, I'm cheating. Oh, sorry, I'm cheating. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please like, comment. I guess I could say comment. I always say like, oh yeah, like and comment, except you can't because it's a live stream and you're supposed to comment right now. But I just say, well, just comment. Comment or not, you don't have to. I'm not telling you to do anything, but hope you guys liked the video. It might be edited, it might not be edited. Who knows? What the fuck? Okay, never mind. That's my mic arm. There were like OBS has this black screen when you're not doing anything, unless you have the thing for Streamlabs that I don't like to use because it sucks, because its video encoding is absolute dog shit, and OBS is so much better for recording videos rather than streaming. But it was a black screen, and I thought it was displaying something on the screen, but it was just my reflection. Or not reflection, but shadow. But anyway, see ya, guys.